I'm shocked, you know, and I hope everything's okay.
They had moved to this Bonsall home from Orange County just 2 months ago. But now Joseph McStay, his wife Summer, and their 2 young boys, ages 3 and 5, haven't been seen or heard from in 2 weeks.
He's always outside, always on the driveway with the kids running around and everything. The garage door is always open, you know, and pretty much on a daily basis.
In this YouTube video shot by Joseph McStay, you see the family's white Isuzu Trooper. That car was mysteriously discovered in San Ysidro on February 8th.
Other things don't add up as well. The family car was towed from a parking lot near the San Ysidro border crossing February 8th. A pair of Ugg boots and children's sandals remain on the front porch. And their 2 dogs, seen here in a home video with Summer, were left in the backyard unattended.
Straight out to Terry Figueroa, writer with the North County Times. Terry, an entire family vanishes, including these small children. Their Isuzu found at the border. What do we know?
Well, we know that they haven't been seen since February 4th. We know that 4 days later, before anybody realized they were missing, the car had just been towed as abandoned. It didn't raise any red flags because nobody knew they were missing. Fast forward 2 weeks, brother can't find them. Police are called. They go into the house, find something that triggers them to call homicide investigators who investigate when there's a suspicious missing case. And here we are.
So, do you have any idea, Terry Figueroa, what police found that made them suspicious?
You know, they are not saying, but we do know that the brother did go to the house. They did find that the family's dogs had been unattended. Highly unusual for them. The dogs were, they referred to the older dog as their first child, and they had just gotten a new puppy. So it was very unusual for them to leave the dogs out at all, much less unattended.
To Ellie Josted, our chief editorial producer. Ellie, how old are the children?
These little boys are just 3 and 4 years old, Nancy. And a couple other details to add. Apparently when the family's car was found, the boys' car seats still in the car. Some other things, police say that they didn't apparently take things that they would take with them on a planned family vacation. As Terry explained, the dogs left at home, highly unusual. The brother says that they're not answering their cell phones, and now Joey McStay's phone appears to be dead.
Now, Ellie, how far, approximately, is their home from the Mexican border? Where did they go missing? Where is their home, Ellie?
Right. Well, they live in Bonsall, California, and the border is just about 60 miles directly south. Now, the place where their car was found, right on the Mexican border.
Right there at San Ysidro?
Yes, exactly, Nancy, right.
Okay, to Bill Galadner, former NYPD detective, president of Kindershield Agency. Bill, what do you make of it?
I'll tell you, Nancy, I'd like to know a couple of things. Are they missing or are they hiding? This is something that has to be determined. One thing that we know for sure is that he had a startup business less than a year ago, starting out of his garage. And within a year, his business was growing to such a point that he moved into a commercial space. Let's take a look at that house. It seems like that's not an inexpensive house. I believe $330,000 for that house after only 1 year of a startup business. And then all of a sudden the car is now found on the Mexican border. This raises an enormous amount of questions. Like I said, Nancy, let's go back and look at this. Are they missing or are they hiding?
Well, Terry Figueroa, what was his business?
He designs interior water features like fountains and waterfalls, etc. He also has his realtor license, or real estate license, and he's a licensed realtor as well. She is too. Summer is as well. And she had been a stay-at-home mom, but she's now, or friends say, and colleagues say, she was just getting back into it. She was just getting ready to start working in that field again.
Okay, I don't find anything unusual about that. But Bill Galadner, you're right. You got to cross every T, dot every I. To Dr. Evelyn Minaya, women's health expert, joining us out of New York, what would these children's basic needs be right now? And the fact that those car seats were left in the car, that tells me they didn't hop in a rental and take off in it, or they would have taken those car seats.
That's right, and you don't leave ever the house without your diaper bag and all the other paraphernalia that we usually run around with. The car seats, leaving by themselves, because you know that you'll get a ticket if you do not have your children in a car seat, for both of them. Remember, they're 3 and 4 years old. I think that speaks a ton of information.
To the lawyers, Eleanor Odom, Peter Odom, Ann Bremner, to just disappear, it's not a crime.
It's not a crime. A lot of us probably want to sometimes, but it's not. And Nancy, I wanted to give my best to your mom.
Actually,
but I wanted to give
I've never wanted to just disappear.
I know you didn't. And I wanted to give my best, though, to your mom. I didn't know she was sick, and I know you call her after every show, and you're so close with her and with the twins, with her and David, John David and Lucy. So our thoughts and prayers from out here are with you and your mom.
And thank you. Eleanor, what about it? It is not a crime to just disappear, but I'm just not getting that sense. Why wouldn't he tell anybody in his family? Why wouldn't he take everything they needed for the children? I mean, the fact that they've got these 2 kids with them, these 2 children, that changes the entire complexion of the case.
Exactly, Nancy. If it's just one person trying to hide or disappear,
Yeah,
that would be easier. But you're trying to hide a whole family. That just doesn't add up. It seems like cops found something in the house, too, that would lead them to believe otherwise. Maybe it was some type of, who knows, bodily fluid, blood, something that leads them to suspect a sinister motive.
Peter Odom, not one lawyer on this panel tonight has not dealt with a kidnapping, a disappearance, or a murder of a single person. But an entire family of 4, what about it?
Well, Nancy, this might be an abduction. It's actually very difficult to arrange your own disappearance. Most people that try and do it are actually found out. You have to amass cash, you have to get a vehicle, you have to leave no electronic trace. These are all things that it takes a great deal of planning to do it. The police are going to be looking to see if there are signs of that kind of planning with this family. If they don't see them, they may be looking at foul play, perhaps some kind of an abduction when the whole family was in the car.
Everybody, you're seeing home video of the McStay family from YouTube. I just don't see them taking off to Mexico without leaving a trace, leaving the car seats behind with these 2 little children. Ellie, Joseph, what more can you tell me?
Well, Nancy, neighbors are saying that they didn't see any signs that this family was planning to go on any kind of trip in the near future. They said they often saw the kids playing outside, saw their dad watching them. Nothing seemed to miss.
Tip line 888-580-8477. And a whole family disappears.